All right, and it's day 2 of the Farm Progress Show, so we're going to walk around and check out some things that I seen yesterday, but I didn't have a chance to go actually check out and talk to anyone on, so let's see what all we can find. So I stopped at the Kloss booth and I'm looking at a Kloss 740 Treon. So, Jeff, what is a Treon?
Well, the Treon Combine, this is our latest addition to the Combine portfolio for North America. And the big difference between this and a Lexion is the Treon has a single 22-inch diameter rotor, whereas the Lexions utilize a dual 17.5-inch diameter rotor. So they get a little more separation capacity on the Lexion. This is a Class 7 combine, so the Lexion competitor would be the Lexion 7500. And you can, and because of the single rotor, this is a simpler combine. It's a slightly more economical combine. It's for those customers that or farmers that really aren't trying to push the productivity limits. They're not trying to push those acres per hour, bushels per hour. This is for those folks that want to do everything they've always been doing. They just want to do it better, more efficiently, and that's what the Treon does. It doesn't quite have all of the high-tech features that the Lexion has, like being able to shift from high to low on threshing in the cab. But what we did do is we put that on the ball valve over on the other side of the combine. So I just use my combine wrench to go from high to low on the threshing. So we don't
more removing bolts, changing pulleys. Okay.
No more reduction drive bolts anymore. Going from high to low on the choppers, there's a T handle on the chopper. So it's in corn. It's slightly less than the Lexion 7500, but in soybeans, it's going to be a direct competitor with the Lexion 7500.
Horsepower range, are they basically
the same? This one's using a Cummins 9-liter. It's 402 horsepower, whereas the Lexion 7500 is also 402, but it uses the 10.7-liter Mercedes.
Oh, okay.
And this is compatible with headers up to 40-foot flex drapers or 1230 chop. So it does have a feeder house drive and lift capacity for that.
Okay. Is this only available on a Class 7?
Only Class 7. Class 7. And if you look at the side of it, you'll notice how much simpler it is over here. Because it's only a Class 7, that is what all of its drives are spec to. You know, when you look at a Lexion's got a few more drives on there, and the reason for that is we utilize all the same drivetrain technology that's on the largest Lexion, the Class 10. That's carried down right through the Class 6. So you're getting very robust Class 6 and 7 combine on the Lexion side, which can handle those higher levels of productivity, whereas this one is spec just for Class 7, so we could simplify the drives and bring it into a little more economical price point for the consumer.
Okay. Chopper options, are those all the same?
Yep. We know residue management's important, whether it be a Treon or a Lexion, so we utilize the same choppers as the Lexion. We just control them out here versus in the cab. Okay. So we still have that. You can also put the CMOS automatic in this combine, so that we know that even for operators who want a little bit simpler, more economical combine, they still would like to have that technology that allows them to maximize their efficiency, and that's with CMOS automatic. So you can get that in this combine as well.
Okay. I noticed when the newer Kloss or the newer Lexions rolled out, one of the biggest improvements from a from a strictly operator standpoint I've seen was grain tank capacity. Mm-hmm. Where are we at with the
so to keep this combine within that price point, this is very similar to the Lexion 740. So we're using a 340 bushel grain tank and with 3.8 bushel per second unload rate, whereas the Lexion 7500 goes up to 355 and 5.1 bushel per second. So it is a little less on that side. And that keeps it within that price point. It still uses basically the same unloading drive as the Lexion 740. A couple other differences too. This uses a single motor ground drive, so the Treon is a 19-mile-an-hour combine, whereas all Lexions use the dual motor ground drive, which puts them all at 25 miles an hour. So that's a little bit more robust, a little bit more complex drive than what the Lexion has. So it's a little higher price, but folks that are wanting to buy the Lexion, they're really wanting to really push those limits, and this one's just a simpler machine.
Okay. I think I heard you were saying that the Treon has a completely different design cab now. Is that?
Yes, it does. Actually, it has the next generation cab for all Kloss combines.
Okay, so we'll eventually see that trickle down.
Yes, we will. It's deeper. It actually gains some height because we reduced the height of the headliner, so we raised it up, so that gives you a lot more headroom inside there. It's all new electronics. We've made all the in-cab electronics easier to access, kind of a little bit more efficient storage down in there. A lot more storage for phones and tablets and cup holders and everything. That's also in there. A swivel seat, similar to what you'd find in tractors.
Oh, okay.
So get that way on long days you can put your feet over the corner. It has foot pegs on the steering column, so you can rest your feet up there too.
Okay.
So they have a lot of nice creature comforts on that, and that will be on the Lexion's next for 23.
Okay. All right. Well, I appreciate the time, Jeff.
Hey, no problem. Anytime, Brian.
Thank you.
A lot of names. Well, especially for you guys. How's the booth going today?
Yeah, good, man. Beautiful. Another beautiful day in paradise, right? The Jeep ones, but for the show here, we have the farming tractor decal.
So what is this? It looks like we got an ammo can with a radio in it.
That is 100% correct. This just released a few weeks ago. It's sold out in 3 days.
Okay.
It will come with a magnetic antenna right here that goes on the top. If you charge it at home, it'll have about a 12-hour full battery life. But then you also can charge it with solar panels as well. There's a solar panel aux port right there that you would plug it into, and then you can charge it if you're hiking or if you're in the middle of the woods, which will give you an opportunity to have it fully charged all day, every day. They'll come with a bunch of storage spots as well. If you open up the ammo can on the top, there's storage place for the magnetic mount. There's a storage place for all the wiring. So it's nice and neat, organized and clean. The mic right here would go inside this little cubby spot. And then you have a fan as well. The coax would be right here for the magnetic mount. And yeah, this is our new 500. So it's the 50 watt. It's going to get you anywhere from that 25 to 40 mile range on the go. So it's great for camping, hiking, people who want to take this and put it in their house. A lot of people were asking about this last year, and we manufactured it and we brought it to light this year. So again, it's extremely popular. I would say partnered up with our strongest radio. It's been the hot seller of the year.
Okay. Yeah. Pretty cool, man.
Yeah.
Autonomous tractor drives itself. I don't know whose Sharpie I got here.
The next day.
I believe it was his. How close do you have to get with this one?
So this is what it's like to be a professional.
Hold on.
Okay.
It's not even recording.
Oh my gosh, look at that. We can see ourselves. Look at that.
That fancy. We're on TV.
Upgrade to this camera?
You got to get close still.
Ryan guy's camera?
Yeah.
That's pretty cool. There's a fingerprint right there though. Yeah, I got it.
Okay.
You gotta get.
My wife says
This thing's actually kind of neat. I mean, like I said, it's heavy, but
So you don't normally use that kit. Like I just bought it.
thanks for putting up with me again. Pretty tough, I know.
So we stopped into the Horsch booth, and I'm here with Peter Overbo. Peter, do you mind, I guess, giving us some information on this new sprayer you guys have here?
Yeah, absolutely. I'm proud to introduce the Horsch Lieb VL sprayer. So this sprayer, it's an adjustable height clearance machine, so we can go from 63 inches of ground clearance up to 80 inches of ground clearance. It is infinitely adjustable, so you can go up by 1 inch increments. We feature a Fiat powertrain 6.7 liter engine in this machine. This machine that we're showing off here has a 1,600 gallon stainless steel product tank, flanked by two 100 gallon poly tanks for fresh water. So total water capacity on this machine is about 2,000 gallons. Underneath here, we have adjustable track width, so we can go from 118 inches of track width all the way out to 163 inches. We have a rear-mounted boom. It's a 120-foot boom that we have on this machine. It's in 5 sections, and the boom control that we have on this is proprietary. So we use our own logic and software to be able to control this boom, while also utilizing some key functions like angle sensors and gyroscope to make sure that our boom is perfectly level. The one thing that the Horsch sprayers are very well known for is the boom stability and height control. So that's one thing that we really like to show off. We were at the Maggie show last week, and on flat ground with the boom 14 inches off the ground, we're able to run 20 miles per hour. That is our top field speed for this machine, is 20 miles per hour, but on the road we can get up to 35 miles per hour. The drive system on this machine is a Bosch Rexroth. So everything from the power hubs to the hydros is Bosch. And for boom control, or for section control on the boom, we're using the Raven Hawkeye 2 PWM system on 10-inch spacings. This machine is controlled through the ISOBus, so we can run virtually any ISOBus terminal on this machine. This is outfitted with the Raven technology package, so we have a Raven Viper 4 Plus in the cab. We're using a VS1 for guidance, and we're also using the integrated Raven VSN system for our road guidance. So we have an optical camera when the crop is about 3 inches tall.
Up here then?
Yep, this is the camera that's mounted off the front, so that's for our road guidance. And then when the canopy cover gets too tall for the camera to see the rows, we have radar sensors that are mounted underneath the wheel legs.
Okay. So that was one thing I was going to ask you, just as an operator looking at this sprayer, like going through tall corn looks like it would be challenging because you're so far forward.
Yep.
But with those sensors and everything, is that enabling you to still use, I'm guessing, auto steer basically while you're in tall crop, I'm guessing?
Absolutely, yeah. We ran through about 8-foot tall corn with this. This machine has probably 2,000 acres of fungicide application through it this year. We're using the VSN for it. Otherwise, with the visibility that we have in the cab, you can use the mirrors to see where your front right tire is. We also have a standard video camera mounted above the front right tire to make sure that we're going down the road as well.
Okay. One thing you mentioned before off camera, but I just want to point out, right now we are in the raised position. Like when I first seen that fill up, I was thinking, man, I'm wanting the step ladder to fill up, but you're saying it drops down how many inches?
So it will drop down about 17 inches of travel,
Okay.
And that's push on the fly. So you can be driving back to your reload truck, press a button in the cab, it'll raise you down to 63 inches. So you have an easy access to hook up either on the front or on our side reload that's on the left side. And then as soon as you're done reloading and start driving again, the machine will automatically raise you back up to your high clearance height.
Okay. All right. Well, I appreciate the information, man.
Okay.
Thank you.
Thanks.
These tips are the
Welker's used a lot where the colors, the picture is so clear.
It's just sometimes in the right light, GoPros look really good.
Yeah.
And sometimes they look very cloudy.
And sometimes they freeze and crash and you lose everything you did for the day.
That does happen.
Does it work? Is it recording?
It is recording. Why don't you say something smart? Well, I guess we'll be sitting here a while.
I don't have anything to say.
Where are you supposed to be right now? I'll interview. Where are you supposed to
I'm
be?
on my meet and greet right now. I got everyone here. Brian came in to see me. Where's your brother?
In Ohio.
Ohio. Oh, sounds good too.
And that's the end of the 2022 Farm Progress Show for me. We're going to head home. First, we're going to go eat some dinner, hang out with some friends, and hopefully make it home in the morning without a headache. Thanks for watching. Don't forget to thumbs up the video, and we'll see you in the next one.